Down in the heart of Georgia, there's a place where the lake is calm, but the land remembers everything. At Reynolds Plantation, the nights are quiet, until the past decides it isn't. The haunted Reynolds Plantation, Georgia. If you've ever wandered the rolling hills of Lake Oconee, you've probably admired the perfect golf greens, the grand southern homes, and the kind of peaceful stillness that makes you breathe a little deeper. But locals will tell you that stillness isn't empty. Reynolds Plantation, now known as Reynolds Lake Oconee, sits on land that has seen centuries of conflict, hardship, and unmarked human stories that never made it into the brochures. Before the luxury resorts, before the golf courses, before the gated entrances, this land belonged to the Creek Nation. And long before Georgia claimed it, people whispered that the forests around the Oconee River were alive with spirits, especially those who died suddenly or violently. When the Reynolds family began developing the property in the late 1800s, workers reported strange things on the grounds. Footsteps pacing the porches late at night, lanterns swinging on their own, shadows moving in the pine trees when no wind was blowing. Disembodied voices calling out names nobody recognized. And once Lake Oconee was created, more stories bubbled up, literally. Fishermen claim they've seen ghostly figures standing along the water's edge, disappearing as soon as you blink. Golf course workers say the early morning fog carries whispers, as if someone is trying to warn them off the land. But the creepiest stories come from maintenance crews who work the late shift. One man swears he saw a woman in old-fashioned dress walking the fairway at 2 a.m., trailing her fingers across the grass. When he flashed his light toward her, she vanished. But the dew behind her, still parted, still disturbed, still showing footsteps that didn't belong to anyone living.